Mr. Speaker, I rise under this head to make a brief statement in my capacity as Minister having responsibility for Foreign Affairs. Mr. Speaker, the public would be aware that having attained independence in 1983, St. Kitts and Nevis joined the world community and subsequently set about building relationships with key countries far and wide. You would have heard the Honorable Prime Minister just moments ago speak to our relationship with the Republic of China, Taiwan. Given that I am about to depart the Federation to celebrate a momentous occasion for the Federation in Canada, I wish to highlight that it has always been and remains one of our longtime friends and strategic partners to the north. St. Kitts and Nevis and Canada officially established diplomatic relations on the 11th of October 1983, mere weeks after St. Kitts and Nevis gained its independence. The swift establishment of relations demonstrated, Mr. Speaker, the significance that our new country placed on its relationship with Canada. Well before independence, this is a relationship that manifested itself in various forms. These include, but are not limited to, educational opportunities, migratory flows, development finance cooperation, tourism and trade, and investment. Over the ages, St. Kitts and Nevis and Canada developed a strong working relationship in multilateral fora such as the OAS, United Nations, and of course the Commonwealth. Indeed, Mr. Speaker, as you well know, we remain with Canada among the 15 realm countries of the Commonwealth. I can therefore say with some confidence to the House that the foundation of our relationship and our friendship with Canada is strong, and we will continue to invest diplomatically to ensure that it grows even stronger. Mr. Speaker, to paint a fulsome picture, I wish to remind this House that since the early 1980s, the interests of St. Kitts and Nevis were pursued through the OECS High Commission in Ottawa. It is no secret that since 2011, that Joint High Commission was dissolved and the OECS departed Canada. I should mention that this action was not welcomed by our dynamic diaspora across Canada, nor indeed by the Canadian authorities themselves. It must be noted that any downgrading of diplomatic representation of one country to another defeats the very purpose of building diplomatic relations. While St. Kitts and Nevis maintained a consulate in Toronto, this was no substitute, Mr. Speaker, to having a High Commission and a High Commissioner in Ottawa to interface with so strategic a partner as Canada. It is for this reason that St. Kitts and Nevis took the decision to establish its own High Commission in Ottawa. It is a strong signal to our national and friends across Canada and to the Canadian government itself that we value this relationship and do not take it lightly. It is testament to the government and the ministry's strategic vision in consolidating its partnerships with key allies. Under the leadership of the Ministry and High Commissioner, the past year and a half of critical work setting up the St. Kitts and Nevis High Commission will result in an official opening on the 16th of June 2017. In the presence of nationals, colleagues and high-level representatives from the Canadian government, we will open the door to a new future of engagement, a new era of friendship. Mr. Speaker, I wish to highlight that this all comes amidst Canada's celebration of 150 years of Confederation. That our official opening is occurring during such a special year for our friends cannot be underestimated. I am therefore honored as the Minister of Foreign Affairs to join in celebrating this important milestone in Canada's history. Mr. Speaker, in our hemisphere and across the world, there are changes underway which are forcing states to recalibrate and reinforce their relations. St. Kitts and Nevis should not be immune from this exercise. On issues ranging from climate change to public health, to food security, to renewable energy, to trade and investment, Canada and St. Kitts and Nevis' interests are aligned. Last week, Canada's own Foreign Minister, Chrystia Freeland, signaled that Canada will step up its leadership role. Canada's hosting of the G7 summit in 2018 and its possible candidacy for a seat on the UN Security Council in 2021 should augur well for small island states such as St. Kitts and Nevis. Faced with this opportunity, we look forward to ushering in increased cooperation and convergence on shared priority areas which will redound to the benefit of the people of our Federation. It leaves me therefore only to say how proud I am that we of St. Kitts and Nevis will now be re-engaging in a formal way with Canada, officially opening our High Commission in Ottawa, and to invite all Kittitians and divisions who are in that area of Ottawa and its environs to show up on the 16th, that is this Friday, for what we hope to be a really significant step in our diplomatic push as we re-engage with Canada and as we repair our relationship with one of our oldest allies. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Stay up to date with news, programs, and activities of the government with SKNIS. Like us on Facebook. Listen to us on SoundCloud. Follow us on Twitter. And watch our videos on YouTube. Connect with us today. SKNIS, St. Kitts and Nevis Information Service.